What's going on, Gator Nation? Nick Delatorre, Corey Bender here with another commitment for the Florida Gators. This one, a couple years away. Austin Simmons, quarterback from Pahokee High School, pulled the trigger today for the Florida Gators. Corey, two classes in a row, Billy Napier's got his quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with Simmons, regardless of what class he's in, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the Sunshine State. Very productive kid over at Pahokee. He's a lefty. Gets the ball in his hand fairly quick. Definitely like his delivery. He's a playmaker. I think he's definitely athletic. He's a mobile quarterback, but he's definitely a pass first type of guy. Doesn't use his legs unless he has to, and does a good job of scanning the field. And you see a lot of times with these younger quarterbacks, they're athletic, and once that first or maybe second option is covered up, they start to run. I think what I like about Simmons is he doesn't panic when he has the ball. He keeps scanning the field and making sure that he goes through his whole progression, and before that, then he'll take off. But I think with him, he definitely I like his leadership traits, really good character as well. So I think when you look at him as one of the best quarterbacks in the 2025 class, you kind of have the total package, on and off the field.
The people down there are calling him Muck Vic. Muck, of course, is the area, Pahokee, down there in Florida. And Michael Vick, you mentioned it, a runner. This is also a two-sport athlete. I think we've seen that with DJ Lagway. And Billy Napier likes guys that maybe play both sports and are a little diversified in that area. Talking a little bit about him, you mentioned he's a pass-first guy, but what is that kind of athletic ability and what can he do with his legs?
Yeah, I think he's really effective, like in the read option. I think like that, when making the defense kind of act and react to him, that's where I think he's most deadly. Obviously, in the gun, too, he's a guy who can make the first defender miss and, kind of pick up the first down with his legs. But, yeah, I think overall he's not a smaller quarterback either. He has good size for his class. So he does a good job of kind of going north and south. Doesn't really shy away from contact. You want him to do that probably more often. But he's a bigger kid that, kind of trusts his pad level and gets downhill fairly quickly. So I think overall you'll see, I think with Florida, especially if he obviously signs with them, down the road, a lot of read option, making the defense react to him. And that's where I think he's the most deadly as far as a quarterback.
And that's something that Florida really doesn't have right now at quarterback. I think Max Brown a little bit, but not as athletic as Austin Simmons is. And then I guess the last thing here is DJ Lagway set to early enroll next year. Austin Simmons, there's been some rumors, some scuttle. Can he reclassify? Can you give us any information about Austin Simmons, who's a 2025 recruit, potentially reclassifying as well?
It's one thing to reclassify from, going up one class, but if Simmons was to reclassify, it would more likely be all the way up to the 2023 class. And I mean, it's not, you don't hear that. I don't think I've ever heard that, to be honest with you, going up
two classes. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, but he's a kid. He already has the credits to graduate high school and go to college and as a junior. So, a pending junior. So it's one of those interesting situations. He told me last night that, it's a possibility they're having those discussions, but he just doesn't know yet if he'll be able to. So I think it's kind of a wait and see thing right now. I think by the end of spring, he should have a pretty good idea if he'll be able to, move up a few classes. But as of right now, he's Florida's 2025 quarterback commit, and we'll just continue to keep tabs on it. But it's definitely a possibility.
Whether he's 2023 or 2025, Billy Napier gets another passer. It's a good day for Gator fans all over the place. For Corey Bender, I'm Nick Delatorre. Stay tuned to Gators Online.